Good day and welcome to the first episode of The Driver's Seat. This is the place where you, our dear lovely viewers, get to know the people who write the articles for Carlist a little bit more, and we might even have more guests down the road, right? But we're going to kick off episode 1 with a man that has become the face of everything sexy on Carlist.my. Introducing my colleague, Jim Kem. Lovely to have you here today with us, Jim.
Thank you
for
very much.
episode 1 of The Driver's Seat.
Thank you very much. It's a lovely studio. Lovely
Exactly.
to be here at the studio. Can fit my car in the studio, which is pretty amazing.
Exactly. Which leads us to our first question for the day.
Oh.
What do you drive? No, why did you choose your current drive, your daily driver?
Oh. Do you want to know what the car is first? It's the one behind here is the RCZ. The question was why I chose it.
Yes. I mean, it's not a common choice. We have
true.
to, right?
Yeah, that's why I chose it.
Okay.
Because it wasn't common.
Okay.
So you see all these cars on the road, you know what it is immediately. You go into a parking lot and you can count. Like you go to like industrial area, everyone's parked outside the factory or whatever. All the cars are
It's a template.
uniform. Nothing wrong with that. Look, you can buy
Yes.
whatever car you want, whatever you can afford.
But
The
if you
car
want
that
to
you
stand
like.
out,
If you want to stand out, like for me, I wanted to stand out a little bit. I've always liked the RCZ, and I know when I saw one I was driving my older car, my first car, and I saw it come out of this really posh apartment. I was like, one day, man, I'm gonna have that car. And so I just was looking around, and I saw it was a good price, and I was looking around for like a year,
yeah.
and I finally bought one.
You'd have to admit it's not the most.
It's a very warm studio, by the way.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I know it's getting hot in here.
Arvin,
yeah.
give me my tissue.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you.
Okay.
Our producer is behind the scene, Arvin, by the way. So it's not the first. It's not the kind of car. I mean, so you said that you saw it coming out of the driveway and you're like, that's gonna be my car.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, I think I go back to this again. It's not something that people would normally associate with Peugeots. Like people don't sort of have that. I've not heard anyone have that sort of impact on their next purchase when it comes to a Peugeot.
People think Peugeot and they think like, oh, it's a French box. And it's a front-wheel drive French box. I'm gonna break down all the time. But I think a lot of that bad rap just comes down to Malaysia.
The local distributor, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
fair.
call it that because
Yeah.
I mean I drive a Peugeot myself. I have a 308, and it's a beautiful car to drive.
Yeah.
I mean to be fair, it's been one of my most reliable cars in my arsenal of cars, and I think if we had maybe a stronger support system,
They could
would
do
you
really
agree that we would see more Peugeots on the road?
Definitely. Look.
Yeah.
Peugeot, or at least the company behind Peugeot, PSA, right?
Yep.
It's now gabung with Fiat Chrysler, FCA.
Correct. Exactly.
And now they're going to be the 4th biggest automaker in the world, so they can make cars. Okay.
Exactly.
All that better about Peugeot, it's all just, I think, just bad PR.
Yep.
It's just a lot of forum junkies, a lot of keyboard warriors. They're very good cars, and in fact, even though I can't defend myself like that, I can just go like, dude, this Peugeot, okay, your Peugeot may be built in France, maybe built in, I don't know, Malaysia, like assembled here.
Yep. Assembled. Yeah.
My Peugeot was built in Austria, the same place where they build all the SLS AMGs and the BMWs, the Z4, the Supra. It's the same place.
Yep.
So it's better built. I can defend myself that way.
Yep, exactly. Right. Which, I like how you mentioned BMW.
Okay.
Because that segues into our next question nicely. Have you seen the new M3 and M4?
Yes.
What do you think of it?
They've tried hard to suppress it, right?
So, I mean,
No,
they've
look.
not made it obvious in any way because,
No, they've tried hard to kind of like acclimatize us to it because, okay, that face came out with the Concept 4, the Vision 4, whatever, the concept car that preceded the new 4 Series.
Yep.
And that had a really face.
Yes.
And everyone was like, this is a really beautiful car, except the face.
Yes.
And we're
I think opinion has been divided even among the forums online.
Yeah.
I mean, even on our Facebook page when we posted the article, right? I mean, no one's contesting the powertrain, the
everything else
the
about
car
the car
itself. Yes,
how it
exactly.
drives, it's all great.
But the face itself.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally own 3 BMWs, and to be honest, I don't think I can fall in love with that face.
Little flex there, huh?
Yeah.
On 3 BMWs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think I can fall in love with that face, to be fair.
Yeah. They want you.
You
They
know?
want it to grow on you.
Yeah.
It's weird because no one was looking at the 4 Series before, or the M4, the M3,
Yeah,
or any
exactly.
BMW before this, and going like, "That's a really, I don't know about that face. I can't really live with that. That's an ugly car." Now people are like, "It's not an ugly car," but people are pausing. People are not like so sure about, do I want to buy this? Should I buy a used M4 because I just can't stand it? Should I just, can someone help me out? And if I buy this car and change the fascia?
The face, yeah. Do you think though, however, in the flesh, when we do get it here in Malaysia in the flesh, it might look better than what we see on the photos?
Jeez, I hope so. Because I can't be on camera or whatever. Like, hey guys, unveiling the new 4 Series, the new M4.
Exactly.
It looks. Anyway, let me look away.
Okay, closer to home. All right. Social media has been a buzz with the Proton X50. The whole country is waiting for the Proton X50. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you buy an X50?
Yeah, I would. It looks damn good. And I think it's the right size for most people. People always want they're looking for a 5-door, like a hatchback kind of form factor, looking like a Myvi, right? A Myvi has been always a staple car for the last 15, 20 years.
Yep.
Then they use that form factor, just a spacious 5-door hatchback thing. And crossovers these days
can do it all, yeah.
It's got a big boot. It's got a lot of performance for the price, for the size.
Yeah, exactly.
And the only thing that I might pause for is the transmission. Because for some reason, I think it's a mental thing.
Okay.
I don't quite trust dual clutches for city driving.
Huh.
You know?
So you would rather have just a simple automatic, a straightforward automatic?
Yeah, I would have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're so good these days. The ones in the BMW, look, the new M5 uses the ZF 8-speed.
Yes.
The new 8 Series, the M8 uses the 8-speed from ZF as well.
Correct.
They're very good transmissions. They're very...
They're robust and they can,
the ones from Aisin are very good as well.
True.
You don't need a dual clutch, and no one needs that much of a fast shift they're not going around laps.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
These days, the 8 speeds, sorry, not the 8 speeds, but any modern like automatic transmission, torque converter can be made to shift as fast. It might not be as lightweight, but that's about it.
True.
Yeah.
True. Now,
I had basically the reason why my mom had a Ford Fiesta with the dual clutch.
Right. Okay.
It was a big
so you've got
problem
a
for her.
personal experience. Okay.
Yeah, it was a city car with a dual clutch, one of those dry clutch numbers. It just didn't perform well, and it was fine at first, and then it got worn and it didn't shift right. All these, and I'm in KL. My mom's in Penang, always calling me up, and I gotta troubleshoot and help her out, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare.
Okay. Now, PHEVs are the present. They're no longer the future. They're happening now as we speak.
Yeah.
Right? We are moving towards electrification. What are your thoughts on electrification? Is the romantic in you ruining the fact that we are not going to see the conventional V10s and V12s anymore? I mean, Ferrari's moved to a V8 with electric motors with the new SF90 Stradale.
Sure.
Right? So, or are you like, you know what, this is happening, I just got to roll with the punches, regardless of what I personally feel. And I'm excited, to see what it can bring. So which camp are you in more of?
I think I'm all for it.
Okay.
Because I think it was, this quote, this idea is it's not unknown, it's not from me, but okay, it's like, I think Jay Leno said it first, or at least he said it before the one I saw.
Right.
Like with horses before, right? Before cars, we have horses.
Right.
And right now, we still have horses, and they're being ridden. We can appreciate it as an animal, and we care for it more, right?
Sure.
It's more of an attraction, and less of a utility, let's say.
Right.
So maybe we can view cars that were combustion powered and really emotive as a nice soundtrack, and all these vibrations and things happening, explosions and noise and sound and fury. We can have that and really appreciate it.
Sure.
On like a weekend, or we go down to an event to appreciate it.
Right. Right.
Because electricity and electric motors are very, very, they're just better for what we need them to do for transportation.
Correct.
They're more efficient. They're more efficient.
They're cleaner.
There's no emissions.
Yep.
There's no lag whatsoever. It's
correct.
Instant response.
Instant, right? Exactly.
Very, very powerful.
Yes.
But right now, I think all the hype surrounding EVs not warranted.
Yep.
Because, look, we have an energy crisis looming.
Correct.
Okay? If we don't have fossil fuel, what's going to replace it? These days, for us, we have dams, we have maybe windmills.
Yeah, but we don't have a sustainable solution as yet. Yeah.
We have to clear up a lot of land to make enough electricity to have windmills.
To have the farms, yes, correct. Or even solar farms.
So the source is messed up. The source is inefficient, and the source is, look, if you plug in your electric car, it's coming from a non-renewable source.
Exactly.
Right? You're burning fossil fuels to get electricity.
Yeah, exactly.
So replace that one first. Let's solve that problem.
Yep.
And everything else trickles down. And then we'll get EVs. Maybe we'll make advances hydrogen fuel cell cars.
Yep.
And I think that's the way forward right now with the limited, unless you have nuclear energy and fusion energy at the top here.
Yep.
I think FCEVs are the way forward, not PHEVs, not battery EVs.
Okay.
Come on, batteries, you have it in your smarphone, they degrade.
Yes, correct.
And it's a big
And then
thing.
it comes the issue of disposal, which is another question.
Yep.
Right. So if you had to cap off this interview, right, what's your aspiration for the automotive industry? Or for yourself being in the automotive industry? What do you want to see come out of it?
This is so deep, man. So lofty. What would I like to see happen?
Yep.
Can I just be selfish and say I want to have a lot of cars?
Sure, of course.
Collection? Okay, I want to have a lot of cars.
There you go.
Yes.
But cars for your personally or cars to review?
Oh no, for me personally.
Okay, fair enough.
Or both.
So
both.
what's the ideal number for you?
I think it'll come and go, but maybe 5. Everyone has like a 5-car garage or a 3-car garage. Yeah.
Okay. So 5-car garage. At the moment, if you had a choice, what 5 cars would they be?
Okay, 3 lots.
Okay, 3. Okay, 3-car garage. Okay.
First one would be, it's a dying breed, a Mercedes-AMG S65 Coupe.
Okay.
V12.
Okay.
It's a beautiful car, very luxurious, huge, intimidating. It just looks so incredible. The other one would be, I have a list, but I didn't bring it with me.
Okay.
Okay, so McLaren 570 GT.
Woo. Okay.
And, an Alpina B5 Touring.
Can you even find any of those?
No, that's why.
Yep. Okay, fair enough.
That's why.
Fair enough.
I'll import it.
Okay.
I'm just driving it around, and no one would bug me until they see it and know what it is, and then they bug me.
Exactly.
It'll filter out all the people like, hey bro, nice car. Is that a V100? Yeah, bro, V100. Anyway, yeah.
On that note, thank you, Jim, for being our first guest on Driver's Seat. We'll have our second guest coming up soon. Who it is, I'll let you find out on that day itself. Thank you for watching. Ferdy and Jim from Carlist.my. Ciao.